Have you ever thought about using Bitcoin for your everyday money? It might sound exciting, right? But here's the problem. Bitcoin is too unstable. It jumps up and down in price like a roller coaster. And that's why most people are scared to use it for real life. But there's a good news. A new kind of digital money exists that fixes this exact issue, and this is called stablecoin. It might just become the future of money. If you stay with me for the next few minutes, I will explain why crypto like Bitcoin doesn't really work as daily money and how stablecoins are changing the game. Okay, we will start first with the problem with regular crypto. So let's start with Bitcoin. When it launched in 2009, it promised to be the future of money. There are no banks, no middlemen, just freedom. But here's the catch: money needs to be stable. Imagine your $10 turning into $8 tomorrow or suddenly becoming $12. And that's not the money you can rely on. And that's exactly what happens with Bitcoin. For example, in November of 2021, Bitcoin hit almost $69,000. But by November 2022, it dropped to $16,000. And that is a drop of 75% in just 1 year. So, would you accept your salary in Bitcoin if it could lose three-fourths of its value in months? If you're rational, you probably wouldn't. That's why, even though crypto has fans, it struggles to be used as everyday money. Okay, so if crypto is so unstable, can't we just stick to banks? Well, banks have their own problems, especially if you are an immigrant who likes to send money abroad. Banks are slow. If you're sending money internationally, it can take 3 to 5 days, and then they're expensive. The World Bank reports average fees for sending $200 overseas is about 6%. That means if you send $200 to someone internationally, they may only get $188. And if you've ever tried sending money abroad, like I have, you know the pain. There's high fees, there's long waits, and it all feels outdated. So here we are. Crypto is unstable, banks are slow and costly, so we're stuck in the middle, right? But here's when stable coins come in. Stable coins are digital currencies that are tied to something stable, usually the US dollar. So one stable coin is equal to one US dollar. So unlike Bitcoin, they don't swing wildly in price. Think of them as the bridge between crypto and cash. They move fast like crypto, they stay stable like your savings account. So they are digital, meaning you can send them across the world in seconds. And I think that's powerful. So, are there any risks involved? Yes, and I will get into it in few minutes, but let's understand what are the different types of stable coins. Well, there are four types of stable coins, and not all of them are the same. So, knowing the difference is key before you buy them. First, we have fiat backed stablecoins. These are tied one to one with dollars in a bank. So, example is USDT, Tether, and USDC. Together, they are worth over $130 billion in market cap. They're the most popular and widely used. Second, we have the crypto backed stablecoins. Now, they are backed by other cryptocurrencies, but usually they are over collateralized. Example is DAI. If you put $150 worth of Ethereum, you can mint $100 worth of DAI. It's safer from central control, but it depends on crypto markets. Type 3 are the algorithmic stablecoins. Now, these use smart contracts to balance supply and demand. There are no dollars or crypto backing them. But there is a big risk. If you remember the Terra USD, which collapsed in 2022, it wiped out $40 billion. And lastly, we have CBDCs, or the central bank digital currencies. These are digital money issued directly by a government. China already has the digital yuan, and the US Federal Reserve is studying a digital dollar. Over 130 countries are exploring them right now. So, which one makes sense for you? Which one should you buy? If you want safety and easy use, fiat backed like USDC and USDT are most trusted today. Crypto backed like DAI are more decentralized, but the algorithmic ones are too risky. I would stay away from them. And the CBDCs, as I said, they are still being tested. So for now, stick with fiat backed stablecoins if you are just starting. They're the closest thing to digital cash. But keep an eye on CBDCs because they may be the future of money. You might be wondering, are people actually using stablecoins? Well, the answer is yes, and in a big way. The largest stablecoin is Tether USDT. It has a market cap of over $100 billion dollars as of 2025. The second biggest is USDC with around $30 billion. Dollars. Together, the stablecoins make up nearly 10% of the entire crypto market, and their usage is exploding. According to chain analysis, people in countries with unstable local currencies like Argentina, Nigeria, and Turkey, they are using stablecoins to protect their savings. For example, inflation in Argentina was over 200% in 2023. Imagine your money losing half of its value every few months. For people there, holding stable coins in dollars is safer than keeping the money in local pesos. So, stable coins aren't just theory, they're real, and millions of people are still using them every day. Now, let's bring this closer to home. Why should you really care about all of this? Here are a few reasons. I feel they offer faster payments. If you are sending money internationally, you can send anywhere in minutes, not days. No middlemen are needed, and there's no banking hours. Second reason is the lower fees. Sending stable coins usually costs just a few cents, which you compare to 6% with traditional banks. And lastly, there's ease. There are over 1.4 billion unbanked adults worldwide, according to a World Bank 2021 report. Stablecoins give them access to digital money with just a phone. So that's life changing for them. But there are still risks, and I want to be real with you. Stablecoins are not perfect, and as I mentioned above, some are not fully backed by dollars. So governments are still trying to figure out how to regulate them. So if you lose your wallet password, your money can still be gone forever. So yes, stablecoins are promising, but they are not risk free. Make sure to do your research before you jump in. As of now, over 130 countries are exploring central bank digital currencies because the world is moving digital. And stable coins are showing us that this might be the future. They are not perfect, but they're already making a difference for millions of people worldwide. So the big question is, will stablecoin become the future of money or just the training wheels for something bigger like the central bank digital currencies? Only time will tell us. But one thing is for sure, money is changing, and stablecoins might be the first step into that new world. If you invest your money in stablecoins, make sure to keep it only 5 to 10% of your portfolio because be prepared to lose this money. And this is all the information I want to give to you today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I try to make complex money topics easy for you to understand. I try to include a lot of data and talk in plain English so anybody can follow. Hopefully, you found this video helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.